This is the Sunny Side Up podcast. Hey everybody, I'm Angel.
And I am Brandon.
I'm Alan. This is the Sunny Side Up podcast, show number 28.
28.
Can you believe this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're getting up there.
Should I divulge the
believe.
truth? I'm not really here.
Oh. You're a ghost.
I'm gone.
A ghost.
Right now I'm
Where are
in
you?
Cozumel, Mexico on a cruise.
Yeah.
And everything good, I'll be coming back next week.
You'll
if
be
everything
here.
goes incredibly bad, this will be the last podcast of my life. Let's do. Maybe we just do some
Hopefully
Skype.
Nice,
future you
dude.
enjoys
Nice.
Let's do episode 29. Will be from the beach
Okay.
via Skype.
I will be here, and you can send that over to me.
Have you guys ever traveled before?
Out of the country?
Yeah, or just like anything besides just get in the car and go somewhere.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, we drove, but
Mm-hmm.
we drove to Washington State.
So you've been on the coast.
Yes.
Been to the
Yeah, we
ocean?
were on the beach. It was very cold because
Uh-huh.
it was in the middle of summer, but Washington's cold.
Washington.
We drove to. I'm just gonna ignore you. We drove to D.C. We drove to Chicago.
Yeah.
We've driven to Tennessee.
So you've seen the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans.
I don't think we went all the way to the coast in Tennessee. That was a while back. We went to Dolly Parton Land though.
But Washington, D.C.
We didn't do
Just
that.
to put-
It was a school trip, so
But you saw did you see the Potomac River?
I have no clue.
She was really close to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, but
Really close.
I highly doubt.
Okay. You didn't go
We
to the
saw it.
beach and hang out on the beach.
No, it was a band trip. No, we did not.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Brandon, have you ever traveled extensively?
No.
To places I wouldn't be aware that you went?
No.
You travel a
furthest
lot
you've gone
for your
is-
job, but
Texas.
No. We went Branson, Missouri.
Oh
We
yeah,
did that.
Missouri.
you went further into Texas than you went into Missouri.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
I've
right.
been
South
also been to
Texas.
Texas a million
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, so Texas is a whole other country, but that's another thing for another
It's
time.
big enough
Okay.
to be another country. Driving across Texas
own
is
republic.
a nightmare.
It's its
It's
own-
so
did-
huge.
Did you know you realize it's the republic? It's
Yeah.
not even really a state.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why their
insane.
flag doesn't have to fly lower than the United States flag. It's considered a Republic of Texas. That's true.
I mean,
Did you know that?
it's not breaking the law.
The Texas,
you know?
no, the Texas
If it was
Republic,
breaking the law, it wouldn't be allowed.
Republic
I
flag
feel,
of Texas.
Okay. I feel like, though, they should
No, it's
fly the
no.
flag above.
They're
the
not
flag-
a state, so they don't have to.
Right, they're not a
No.
state. The states within the United States
But-
of America fly lower than the flag of the United
No.
States.
I think they're normally level. They keep them usually
Right.
level with each other.
Right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But the
I just feel like
Texas
it would
flag
be a
is
matter of
usually
respect.
10 times bigger than
But
the
that's
American
just a
flag.
pride thing. That's a pride thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Ask any Texan.
What do we care? We're all from Oklahoma.
I have family in Texas.
Oh,
so-
okay. So do I.
But my grandma's from Oklahoma, so.
Okay, it all counts.
Mm.
Anyway, I just wondered
Indubitably.
because I have this week been to Galveston, Texas, and got aboard the Carnival ship, the Dream. And as we speak, I should be, depending on when you watch the podcast, somewhere in a reef doing some snorkeling in Cozumel, Mexico. Tomorrow I'll be at Progreso. And then Friday I'll be coming back north where it's going to be really cold again. And then next week on podcast number 29, I'll bring my sunburn with me. So anyway,
There you go.
yeah.
Are you going to spend much time in Galveston?
Do what?
Are you going to spend much time in Galveston before you leave?
Yeah, I will.
I like
have spent-
Galveston.
Well, I will have spent. This is so weird. I've already been to Galveston now, and so I spent a lot of time on Sunday in Galveston.
We went there a
Staying
lot when I was
like
younger.
the wall. That's where I'm staying. Is on the wall because I
There was
couldn't
one
find a
trip-
hotel room. So
Yeah. There was
No.
one trip that we went,
Mhm.
and we left right before a hurricane hit.
yep.
So
Well, we're not
that
going
was
to be
fun.
doing that. We're not going to be doing that.
No. There's no predictions of
There's no
any
hurricanes
sort
in
of
the
bad weather over
wintertime.
there.
So
Yeah,
but
it's
I'll
the
be
middle
hanging-
of summer. So.
Cozumel is actually it's the western edge of the Caribbean Sea.
Mhm.
So I'll be on the Caribbean where you can see the water to the bottom
That'll
of the
be
ocean.
really cool.
Will you see the pirates
There'll be pirates there.
in
I
the
hope
Caribbean?
not.
Okay.
Different Caribbean. Although Johnny Depp would be kind of cool. We'll
I'm
see.
just asking.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll take
It'd be
pictures.
cool to be able to see the bottom. See
Yeah.
through the water.
Maybe I could. Maybe I'll do.
No.
Is that where you're going to be snorkeling?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to snorkel at Cozumel. Maybe you do some video for Sunnyside. That'd be kind of neat.
do it.
I could
Yeah.
do that.
Do you have waterproof stuff?
No, but Brandon does. I can see it right there. There's a GoPro. Is it waterproof?
It's water resistant. And this
I
is
don't-
one of the
I
early
think it
ones,
is.
so it's
No,
not.
they're not.
It's like
No.
you can drop it in a puddle and it'll be
No.
okay,
Yeah.
but
No, I'm
probably
talking about
not submerging.
15 feet down.
It's
or
like with
10,
the
12.
Yeah, let's not
iPhones,
do
they're
that.
water resistant, but
Yeah.
until like
I don't know. We'll see. I'll bring back what I bring back. It may just be sand.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
a lot of people do that. They bring like a little bottle with them and they bottle
Yeah,
the
although
sand.
it's incredibly illegal,
Illegal.
and I won't be doing that because that would be against international laws, and I don't want to break that. So yeah, see,
There was
the
a bottle of it
international
at the thrift store the other day. Actually, they were selling it because somebody got rid of it, and it was at the thrift store.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. What do you have this week?
Are you starting, or you want me to start?
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay. You're a coffee drinker.
I
Brandon
am.
is not.
Yeah.
Nope, not on that board.
You tried.
Not on the train.
Do you have a favorite mug
Yes, I do.
besides this one?
No, I do. It's this is going to be really eclectic because it's only indigenous to Oklahoma, but there was a place called Francoma pottery that was made only in Oklahoma. I think it was a tribal thing at one point, eastern half of the state, and it's a particular type of pottery and it's glazed a particular way. And I love coffee out of that mug, and I love coffee out of any Francoma pottery mug. And I
I've
know
heard
where
of
you're
it.
going because I've read the story. I bet
Yeah.
you these sunny side up mugs make a great cup of coffee.
For sure.
We'll have to try it next time.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll all have to drink coffee, even Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do that.
Well, there has been a study that a smooth coffee cup makes coffee taste better.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever cup you're drinking out of does matter. A scientist in Brazil found people that thought their coffee tasted better. I worded that so awful. I can't even finish the sentence.
Rewind.
I'm very tired. Scientists in Brazil found people thought their coffee tasted better when they drank it out of a smooth porcelain cup as opposed to a ceramic mug with a rough finish on the outer and inner walls.
Mm-hmm.
The participants rated the coffee from the smooth cup as tasting sweeter and the coffee from the rough cup as more acidic. Psychologist Dr. Fabiana
Usmar caffeine.
Carvel. Why do I always get such difficult
ridiculous.
names every time?
Ridiculous.
It's all good. Let me see if I can pronounce it. Dr. Fabiana Carvalho. Carvalho?
Sorry for butchering your name.
Caffeine.
Explains that the results demonstrate that haptic cues influence the judgment of basic taste as well as mouthfeel. I'm struggling so bad today.
Basically,
Your brain tricks
You
your mouth into thinking it tastes better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all the shape and the texture on your lips makes your brain interpret the taste
Yeah.
differently. The taste of the coffee is the same in a rough cup as it is in a smooth cup.
But your
But-
brain is like, oh, this tastes
Yeah.
better because it feels better.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Now-
feel like that's 110% true because there's certain mugs that I prefer. I have a mug collection.
Yeah.
And there's certain ones that I prefer to drink coffee
Yep.
out of. And I can notice, I mean, obviously it's not true, but my brain says this tastes better.
100%. And I can tell you that there are smooth mugs that make a terrible cup of coffee. It's not just the texture, it's the ceramic, it's everything.
Yep. And that's why coffee out of a styrofoam cup usually does not taste good.
Right, it all tastes like truck stop coffee. Now I'm doing
We're
it.
all struggling.
Oh no.
I rubbed off on you.
Y'all are.
So when you go to a higher end coffee place besides a truck stop like a Starbucks or things like that, if you'll notice that their coffee cups, even the I don't know if they're not styrofoam, but
They're paper
cups,
coated with
Yeah.
the wax
but
stuff.
they're rough, right?
Eh,
Aren't the if somebody
pretty
gets
smooth.
What about the espresso type of cups? Do they serve it in a different cup for espresso customers?
No.
Because I know a guy that loves incredibly strong, dark, robust, high caffeine type of coffee, and he always drinks out of a rougher mug. He likes the bitter taste, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But I've always noticed that. So, yeah.
Starbucks has their paper cups and the plastic ones that they put iced drinks in.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But the
it is
lid
an
you drink
interesting
them out of
study.
is a smooth plastic.
Okay. But it's still, I don't know. Don't know.
Interesting.
So
Coffee.
I need some coffee.
You
Yeah.
do need some coffee. You do need some coffee.
Always
Hang on a
do.
second. I'm looking at this.
What?
I'm just looking for words. Okay, these are pretty easy ones. Just wait for the next story. All right.
I need
Never
something
mind.
easy. Are you going next, Brandon?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Music stuff. I'm into the
Musics. Yep.
The musics. So a new study has found that exercising for. Oh wait, that's
Not
up.
the music one.
Not that one.
I tried to
We don't need that one.
for you.
We don't need exercise. We need
I'd
music.
like to apologize for our lack of. I'm the one that's on the beach at Cozumel doing shots at this moment, and they're not, and I don't know what's going on with them, but it's all good. It's all
You're
good.
ridiculous. So music
Yes.
is very powerful, obviously, in very many ways.
Yep.
Even science says so. So the University of Pennsylvania researchers found music is a legitimate alternative to sedative medications in reducing patient anxiety prior to an anesthesia procedure. Specifically, they found that listening to music reduced anxiety before a patient got a peripheral nerve block procedure, which is a type of regional anesthesia that blocks sensations of pain from a specific area of the body. So music helps in so many ways, and obviously helps in the medical field too. But
It helps learning, and that's why,
learning.
like, if you think those kids' songs that the teachers are teaching them are dumb, it's because it sticks in their brain more
Yeah.
if you put it to a song.
Well, I've seen music help people that are on high stress levels and things like that.
It helps people with
through
Alzheimer's a lot,
therapy,
too.
yeah,
Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's,
dementia.
whole bunch of stuff. I mean, there's power in music, and I think it's cool that if they're going to if they're going to integrate it, intubate into the medical field, so be it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's really
I really
cool.
do. So, pretty sweet, simple, to the point.
So speaking of kids' songs and remembering that kind of stuff.
Where are we going with this?
Well, I heard somebody talking about this the other day, and I was like, that's true. Do you remember things from when you were much younger? And you guys aren't that old yet, so you really don't count. And because this would work better if you were like, I don't know, 30 or 40. You're getting closer to 30. But if you were 45 or 50, it would make more sense. But are there things from your childhood that you just remember that's stuck there that you can't forget
Some
no matter
things.
what?
Some
My
things.
multiplication
something-
tables.
Okay.
Because they were with a song.
Okay.
And when I'm trying to multiply something, I still sing the songs in my head to get to the numbers.
But do you remember what you had for lunch today? See what I mean? There's these things.
I remember today, but
Okay,
I
but-
could not tell you
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. I can remember my phone number from when I was a child.
Yeah.
242-2447.
Don't call that number.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist.
You don't know that?
Well, I didn't put the area code in front of it anyway.
Call it right
so-
now.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm afraid to. I don't know who it would be.
I'll call it. Would
No,
you say the number was?
don't. No, don't.
I'll call it on the podcast.
Play it back.
No.
Why?
It would be kind of funny, though.
Call it.
Let's see. Let's
Do
see.
it.
So, well.
Just hang up
no.
real fast if someone answers.
Well,
That's
no,
all you gotta do.
I'd have to
Just call it.
But I could call them. I could identify myself and just let it go and see where it goes from.
Do it.
Get like the speakerphone thing.
Yeah, call
Okay,
it.
so this is just such a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
This is such a bad idea.
I think this is a podcast first. Well, it's not a
This-
podcast first. A Sunny Side Up podcast first. Call it. All right, there it is. Typing it out
I'm hitting
very
the deal.
loudly.
I'm hitting the speaker.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh no, someone's gonna definitely answer.
Well, let's go with it. Well, I'll just identify myself. They might know me.
Okay.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Oh,
There it
They
is.
made you
It
think
was
it was
such
still
a
active
good
for a minute.
idea.
I really thought that was going to work.
Why'd they let it rain?
I don't know. Let's find another number. See what this does. Let's do this.
What?
I'm going to try another number.
What do you mean
See
another
if,
number?
if this works. see if it's working.
It's working.
You still have this phone number?
Yeah, it's gonna start echoing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
just
done.
making sure. All right. That was an awesome idea. That was awesome.
It was a great idea, but then you got to call me.
So let's see. What else? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? Researchers. It's always about
This is all about researchers.
Yeah. No, this is kind of cool. Actually, there's two of them. These are really, really neat. End of the 21st century, and it's 2020, and I never thought I'd live this long, and these are really cool stories. First, a college student, along with several scientists, went to Yellowstone. Ever been to Yellowstone National Park and travels to the Northwest?
I have not.
You should go there. It's fantastic. It's amazing. They were analyzing living organisms in the hot springs at the park. Now, they found out that this bacteria lives in 110 to 200 degree water, just below the boiling point. And you know what they eat and breathe? Electricity.
Huh.
They breathe electricity through the solid carbon surface of the electrodes they inserted into the water.
Weird.
The water with the bacteria was actually generating an electrical charge.
That's insane.
All right? So there's power solution number one. It only works in very hot places, but there's a start. There's the other end of the spectrum. First of its kind device that generates electricity from falling snow. This one's really intriguing, especially this time of the year. Falling snow generates static electricity, positive charged electrons. An inexpensive device which was developed by UCLA is a small, thin, flexible-like sheet of plastic that's negatively charged. All right? So you got the positive electrons and the negative charged plastic sheet. They call it snow-based triboelectric nanogenerator, or TENG, TNG. Separates charges, creates electricity out of essential nothingness, out of the air. About 30% of the Earth's surface is covered by snow each winter, during which time solar panels often fail to operate. The new device could be integrated into solar panels to provide a continuous power supply while it's snowing.
I like that.
That's really cool.
Definitely like that.
So it would work even if the sunshine creates the solar power when the clouds
That'd
move
be
in.
extremely helpful in like Alaska.
Yeah.
Canada
Yeah.
snows a lot too.
Depth of night,
Up
and it's
north in
generating
general.
electricity because the snow falls hitting it.
We didn't
Yeah.
get one single snow here.
Yeah.
Well, we got one. I'll take that back. We got one.
We are past the point of the coldest part of the year in Oklahoma.
And it barely got cold at all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Cozumel, it's about 85 degrees and
I hate
sunshine
you.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is where I am right
That's
now.
good.
Which
Yeah.
this makes no sense.
Well, coming
Yes.
up next week, you'll be back,
I will be back,
but you're not really gone.
and I'll bring.
Yeah,
Well, no, I mean I'm really gone because
I know,
we're
but-
redoing this one because I'm gone.
to their eyes.
So I'm really gone. See, this is so hard to
It's fine.
keep track of things.
You're not like
Does
a Time
Doctor
Lord
Who
or
have
whatever.
this much issue with time?
Why were we on the
space travel?
same level about this? Because I just said you're not a Time Lord, as you said something about Doctor Who.
Because I've already been here.
Maybe you are a Time Lord.
I came here, visited, and took off, and came back to
You
this.
never know. You were so ridiculous. That sounds like drugs.
I'm not
That
going
sounds like-
back to the future. I came from the future.
Drugs. All right.
What else?
well,
You got anything else? What else? You got anything?
Brandon threw
We
his
got
on
some
the
time.
ground.
We got a little bit.
Sure. Go ahead.
There's been a few studies that show that your diet impacts
Mm-hmm.
your whole being. But a newer review of studies confirms that diet has a significant influence on mental health and well-being.
Yep.
Susan, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be the one reading stories today.
Her
I'm
name is
just
Susan.
Yeah, her name's Susan today.
Susan
That's it.
Dixon
Oh,
with the
Dixon.
University of Gothenburg explains that they found that there's increasing evidence of a link between a poor diet and the worsening of mood disorders, including anxiety and depression. However, many common beliefs about the health effects of certain foods are not supported by solid evidence. They found, for example, that following a ketogenic diet can help children with epilepsy, and that when a person is deficient in vitamin B12, it can cause fatigue, poor memory, and depression.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to that. I read that article and more about it. They're not so sure about the whole thing. If you eat too many donuts for breakfast, it's going to mess with your
Yeah.
brain. But this is like the really serious health issues, like epilepsy and such, that there are real solutions to some really bad problems that can be helped just by eating a different diet, by changing the diet, which I think is fascinating.
Yeah.
Folks eat better, in other words.
As I travel, I have one more.
Okay.
This is funny. And do you have anything else, Brandon?
Good from
It's
here.
on the ground.
You threw it behind.
We're good. We're fine. It's fine.
Go
It's
get
fine.
it.
We're good.
All right. Most families are familiar with the golden rule of road trips. What's the first rule of the road trip?
Don't ask, are we there yet?
No,
Go to the
before
bathroom.
that.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom. The golden rule of a road trip.
Fine.
Always use the bathroom so your parents don't have to stop 5 minutes into the trip or just across town.
Sure.
I forgot to pee. Augur, who's a mother of 4, made her car's vanity plate say, "Pee before we go." The letter P, the letter B, the number 4, then WEGO. Pee before we go. For 15 years, Wendy Augur's license plate in New Hampshire has brought laughter to smiles and fellow motorists. So when she received the warning letter about her tags being too inappropriate, she was like, "What the what?" Yeah, apparently pee before we go offends people. They consider it inappropriate. Guess some people don't pee.
I guess
don't know.
not. I guess that it's not a natural thing or anything.
So Augur received a letter from the Department of Motor Vehicles saying that her plate was being revoked for referring to excretory acts. Oh my gosh. You're so full of crap. Excretory, whatever. Anyway, that's when her bureaucratic fight began, and it made it all the way to the governor's desk. The governor of New Hampshire saw the plate, said, "Are you kidding me? That is hilarious. Leave this lady alone and go find something else better to pick on than this poor
Thank
mama
you.
for."
Thank you.
And so by governor's decree, the license plate P before we go was remade and sent back to Wendy Augur.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
He even personally called her. Said, "You just actually, you didn't have to make a new one." He said, "Just put it back on. You you tell them if they have a problem
Good for
with
that
that.
governor.
You just have them come by my office, and I'll show them some
Good.
real things to worry about."
Good.
I think it's cool.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
So
How do I get out of Mexico and get home? That's
Don't
the
know.
next
It's up to
question.
you.
So
you got to figure that out.
here's to valid passports and smooth seas.
Yes.
And hopefully
So-
I'll be back next week.
Contact us, Sunnyside Up Podcast at Stories and Scoops Media. Find us on social media, Sunnyside Up Podcast.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And if this trip does well, I'll do some posting on the Sunnyside Up Facebook page.
Do it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Do it for sure.
some goofy stuff.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.